good.
Good morning and welcome to episode 1674 of Hard Factor. It is Monday, March 24th, 2025. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80-ish% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Patreon.com/Hard Factor if you need more Hard Factor. Don't forget, speaking of the Patreon trivia, play us this Friday night, March 28th, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be there, and you can try to beat us in trivia. Pat's team currently holds the crown, but if you send in the card, drop the golden elbow, you could take the crown from him, or try to this Friday night.
You could try to, but you won't.
Oh, and if you're going to attend trivia, send Mike Wade trivia subject suggestions. He asked for them several weeks ago. And
yeah, we're probably a little late on that. Yeah. But it's like, so like we usually do a theme, like Halloween, Christmas, like there's usually like a theme. Like I guess we could, it's not really Easter, although I have an Easter story coming up, but like
Bible.
Yeah, we should do a Bible themed one. Yeah. Yeah.
Sick.
Irish people in the Bible.
Join us for Bible trivia Friday, March 28th.
Because it's March. Yeah, well, we'll see. Well, Mike Wade will come up with great themes no matter what, if people submit them or not. So join us for trivia Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, patreon.com/Hard Factor. Today, Mark is kicking us off with the news. Mark, what do you got?
Pope's alive.
Man, really? So many Pope headlines over the last 6 weeks about.
I thought you said Hope is alive.
Okay. No, it is, Pope's dead. Because the Pope's alive.
Oh, the Pope. It's like Pope had a restful night's sleep. I
said the Pope.
Pope gonna die was the subtext.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, like he's gone. I mean, it's just a matter of time. We'll get to it.
We'll get to it. Also, a funny invite to the White House. So I got a couple quick hitters.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice. Couple, yeah. I love that. That's a good mix. The Pope and the White House.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pat, what do you got on deck?
Man, I mean, like probably the best in-flight drama story I've seen in years. A man took a little bit too long in the bathroom, and let's just say things didn't work out for him.
Dude, it never
does. No, you know what? It's okay to knock on the bathroom door on a flight if somebody's been in there for what do you guys put the timer on there?
30.
12.
30 minutes.
Yeah, I'd say I'm more on the 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, 15 minute, like the amount of time slows down.
On a plane, yes. I'm talking about in at your home, 30.
Time slows down.
Yeah. On a plane, dude,
on a plane,
it's a different situation. At your house, it's pretty much unlimited. I'm not gonna knock on the fucking door.
Best case scenario for a long toilet stint is a ring around your ass. Best case.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But on a plane, yeah, you gotta keep it moving. All right, and then I've got the introduction of the sixth count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sixth generation, the sixth generation of stealth fighter jets in America.
Sick.
That's right.
Whoa.
That's the cool one that we had on our wall growing up, right? There's the stealth one.
The B-2 bomber was a stealth bomber.
Like
these are
kind of
stealth fighter jet. I think F-22 is our most recent.
Okay, yeah. Not the like the triangle one. That one was sick, dude.
No, the B-2 bomber, but they do already have a new one of those, the B-21. We'll get into it.
You know,
B-2
creep me out the other day is I get the hint of lime chips. That's what I get.
Delicious.
I hate those.
Why you hate the hint of lime?
They're disgusting.
How about
no lime? How about no hint of lime on my chip, please?
Lime is a great flavor on chips.
I feel like I might have been with you, Will, like the week they rolled hint of lime out. I vaguely remember
now you're hooked
getting
for life.
into it when it first came out. But I was looking for the hint of limes, and they didn't call them tortilla chips on the bag. They called them flavor triangles or something.
Sure.
And that immediately set off red flags.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
it
flavor
should.
triangles are cheaper.
Flavor triangles.
You want to get these days the best hint of lime in the game is Late July, I think is the brand that makes the good hint.
Oh,
of
I've never
limes.
gone into like the offbeat ones. I'm
You got to go off beat, baby. to get the
Tostitos
good hint
guy.
of lime.
Ew.
Late July, they think they make a good hint of lime.
You guys like pineapple on your pizza too?
No, dude, just the lime on Mexican food is just natural. That's part
true.
of it.
It's
It's
not.
just- that's
Mexican
how
food,
it
it's a
goes.
Chip. Dip it in some fucking
flavor
salsa.
triangle.
It's a tortilla chip. What
No,
kind of
not
food is
technically,
that?
Will. It's not technically a tortilla.
Well,
that's
it's
what I'm saying.
unless you're eating a
Disgusting
flavor triangle.
It's a flavored triangle.
Limos. All right. Let's get off that. Good news came less than a month before Easter. The Pope is alive. Remember, he was dead
Well,
I just,
or
he
dying.
looked dead.
Yeah.
He looked dead. Yeah.
I mean, there was so
Somebody's
many
alive now?
headlines
That's good.
that the Pope had a restful night's sleep, like one day after another. And I was like,
He's
that's are
resting
bad headlines.
so
dude.
well.
It was a
It's the
Pope
best thing you
watch.
could write.
Well, nope, said the Pope. Here he is. He has emerged from the hospital. That's Pope Francis.
Still not looking great. Yeah.
Making his first public appearance at his window of the Gemelli Hospital in Rome, where he was admitted back on February 14th. So he's been bedridden for 5 weeks, which sucks. I've been bedridden this weekend with like a torn muscle or in my back or underneath my rib cage or pulled
I
muscle.
mean, you're basically the
Sucks. It sucks.
It's
It's
crazy.
been like 3 days and I'm on like muscle relaxers and codeine. So I might Tracy Morgan all over the court on this show because I'm pretty nauseous, but it was
Pope. That's
brutal.
definitely what that was, right? I mean, you got to say
Said it was
painkillers
food
and alcohol.
poisoning.
Sure, right.
Yeah. Yeah, it could have
I
been
mean,
anything.
Brett Favre probably said the same thing after the ESPYs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It wasn't that.
If I'm slurring my words, it's the muscle relaxers. But I mean, he was there for 5 weeks. I couldn't imagine that. That sucks. And yeah, you're right. Well, he doesn't look great. He looks better than dead.
And I don't know.
Barely. I mean, he
this
looks like
is-
Palpatine. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is
on a
propaganda
few.
or not, but I saw something recently, and it probably is propaganda. But it was like a short clip of Stan Lee before he died, and it was like again saying probably propaganda, probably not true.
What was Stanley saying? Stop elder abusing me.
It was
Yeah,
something
didn't he
like
get
that.
abused for
it
the
was like
last several
they
years
were
of his life?
forcing Stan Lee to work, and it was like a video of like Stan Lee
Right.
doing an event, and he was like, "Why am I here?" And they're like, "Get out there and dance all day." My
No,
point is,
his nephew-in-law, I thought, like ripped him off of
Yeah,
all his
his
money
family,
and
like-
shit. Like it was
yeah,
like
his
a
family,
married
like,
family
wrote him-
member. Like,
Rode him
this
to
was
the end.
this was
Yeah.
a clip of them like working Stan Lee to the bone, and I thought to myself,
Yeah.
"Can't you just
what
retire?"
happens next to Spider-Man?
And I think the same thing about the Pope. Like I understand that like the Pope is an appointed position by the diocese or whatever, and it's like obviously the greatest honor you can have if you're Catholic. But can't you? Isn't there an age where you're like, okay, I'm done being the Pope? Because it's a lot of fucking work being the Pope. I'm sure.
Nope, you
dude.
take that one to death, Pat. It's like a Supreme Court justice.
When you're the Pope, it's the ultimate job that ends at death, though. And you always want, like, if you're the Pope, he's wanting it. He doesn't want to go out like that. He wants to like come make a few more decrees, have a couple magical moments, and then go out. He doesn't want to go out with like the oh man.
God doesn't let you retire as the Pope, Pat.
AI is saying that the average age of a Pope is 79 years at the time of death.
He's
pretty
88.
good.
Right.
He's
He's
88.
88.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
it's no chance. I mean, get ready for a new Pope soon. Is what is the subtext here, right? I mean,
Well, there's Stanley in this motherfucker. Sorry for the language.
Get out there and bless him,
I'm
Pope.
a fan of Pope. That's exactly it, Pat. They made him do a blessing.
Who's gonna bless these fuckers, Pope?
So the Pope offered a blessing from his balcony, barely, you know. But he's not going to be on the Pope Mobile anytime soon, as they said he needs at least 2 more months of rest at the Vatican. He's been in his hospital room for the past 5 weeks, this whole time in Rome, right outside of Vatican City. So they will be happy to get him back because all they've had in the past 5 weeks is one, quote, breathless voice recording that played out loud like the Wizard of Oz style for the Vatican that said, "I'm alive. Thank
Mhm.
you." That was all they got.
What
They got,
is
like,
this?
Yeah. So he'll be back in the Vatican chilling. During the past 5 weeks, he suffered 2 very critical episodes, and his life was in danger, said his doctor Sergio Alfieri. And they did not intubate him at all, and he is now pneumonia free, so he's on the mend.
Fantastic. And I'm sure his 88-year-old frame is going to just bounce right back.
He
Well, yeah. Go ahead, Pat.
I'm just saying, Pope is thick.
He got thick though.
He ain't frail, Willie.
They're IVing the F out of him.
It was recent though. I feel like it's more of a bloat.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
like a Pope bloat.
People came from all over the world to see him in Rome. Once they heard he was on the men, they're all out there cheering. Get him a few Cadbury cream eggs and give him a break this Easter season. And to your point about like him getting sick again, well, he apparently he's been sick a lot in his life. He had part of his lung removed when he was 21 years old. So he's been like susceptible to viruses and infections and stuff his whole life. But he's 88 and he's alive on year 12 of his popeship. So
good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. Fired up.
Yeah.
Fucking great. Hopefully he can make it to Easter. That'd be huge for him.
Maybe that's what he's doing.
I think
Whenever he's like, I need to rest. Someone's like, okay, Pope, but what would Jesus do right now?
Do you think he's going to time it like
just got to get to Easter, pal? Yeah.
Allegedly.
Do you think he might die after Easter?
Yeah, like I mean,
play a fun little game with us.
Isn't that what the Queen did? She like got to her Jubilee.
She definitely did, dude.
She got to her Jubilee and then she croaked, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not wishing that on the Pope.
No, but I'm saying, do you think he'll do it? Do you think he'll do the dramatics like that?
I think anything related to his health is dramatic. So whether he wants to or not, he'll do.
Well, yeah, by design. I mean, the rules you have to do the smoke and everything. It's awesome. Yeah,
dude.
So if I'm him, I'm going for the most dramatic one possible.
What if he died on Easter? That would be crazy.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Crazy.
Yeah. Wait, is Easter the day that Jesus came back? No, you want to die 3 days before Easter.
So
he could come back.
So they don't know. That's what I'm saying.
You leave him in suspense.
No Pope comes back. They don't claim that.
He's just proving.
He's a good Pope, but he's not.
He's
Jesus.
proving. He's just proving the gospel right there.
Yeah. It's kind of like the
Pat, you're not going to do well on Friday night Bible trivia.
No, but it's kind of like your accountant like quitting during tax season, right? Or the Pope dying during the Easter holiday. Like it's a pretty busy time. You know what I mean?
It is. That's what I'm saying.
One of the busiest times of the year. Yes. Yeah.
Everyone's going to want him out there shaking hands and stuff, and he's like, "No, I'm going to be resting. I got to send my right-hand man or whoever out there." Other big news from this weekend, we got to go to our Vatican City, the White House. The Kansas City Chiefs, the losers of probably the most lopsided Super Bowl or any game in sports history, have been invited to the White House by Donald Trump.
Interesting play. Is this because he doesn't like over the Eagles?
Losers.
It's a lot of things you guys just said are interesting about it. Yeah, I think he liked the Chiefs outside of Taylor Swift. And then there was that controversy where the news said that we reported on that the Eagles weren't going to the White House, which was either false information or they changed their minds because they are going to the White House. The Eagles are.
They're going.
Yeah. So it's being reported that even though the Kansas City Chiefs didn't get a single yard and while the starters were in,
yeah.
No, it's to celebrate the other win, right?
So wait, why is Kansas? Are they going to be there on the same day? Is he going
to No, the Eagles are going to go first, and then the internet's going to have a field day when the Chiefs go a week or two later.
I mean, why are they accepting this? They should be like, thanks, but no thanks. Like,
yeah, well, apparently it's for one of their 3 in a row or one of their 3 out of 4 or 5 Super Bowl wins during COVID where they didn't get to go to the White House because it was COVID. So this is a posthumous Super Bowl celebration after they just lost by 900 points, and it will be the most embarrassing visit to the White House of all time if they accept.
Is it going to be McDonald's for both visits, or what? Yeah. What's the spread going to be?
Well, they should make the Chiefs cook something.
Looks like Harrison Butker took a solo trip to the White House on February 27th.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, you're damn right. Harrison Butker probably lives in the Lincoln bedroom. I mean, that guy's he wants to be chief of staff.
What are we doing today? Putting women down? We got a woman we can put down.
Yeah.
What's up with these ladies we got working here?
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing whatever Trump asks. Harrison Butker. It's the off.
The wife stays home, Pat. You know.
This is man's work, honey.
Happy graduation, except for you women. I don't know why you're even in college.
Yeah, not the time or the place, Harrison.
Yeah. So that will be my favorite day of the internet when the Chiefs go and get roasted online with all the memes for them.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Super Bowl place. It's so stupid. This is dumb. This is fucking dumb. I mean, I get that Trump, like, he likes the Chiefs. He wants to have the Chiefs over. I get Trump asking them for them to say yes. To me, is dumb. They should just.
They're
be
such
like,
a
no.
great team. They not this year, but they're a good
Yeah.
team. Yeah, I mean,
before.
I mean,
Well, you know,
why don't you
yeah,
just
I
have
don't know,
every team that's won the Super Bowl back?
He invites you the 1972 Dolphins or
Yeah,
whatever.
get them over.
before I was president. Well, you know, he's like filling every inch of the Oval Office with with art. It's like a Gilded Age thing he's got going on there, and he just wants, I guess, winners there, right? He
Every
just,
day is a
wants
press conference. Yeah.
You know, who else can come kiss my ring? He's thinking.
Every day is a press conference in there.
I really hope
it's
they
like
accept.
it's the White House TV studio. Yeah.
I really hope they accept it. It'll be funny.
They decline it, Andy Reid. Come on.
Yeah.
You're probably too nice to decline an invitation.
I mean,
but
that's a
you
coach
shouldn't
move, though,
decline it.
to decline. It's a major coach move. To be
Well,
like,
he
I'm
could
sorry, we
decline it and
didn't
say
win.
we don't deserve it after
Yeah.
after what we just showed you guys.
Right. Just say, like, we'll win another one and make it
Yeah.
back on our own. Thanks.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's what I would do. But I'm not Andy Reid. I haven't won 3
bullshit
Super
thing.
Bowls and gone to 9 or 7 or whatever he's been to.
How many did he win with the Eagles?
0
Well,
with the Eagles, and
he
then they
went
got rid
to-
of him. He went to
went to
2 with the Eagles, I think, and
2,
then
right.
he went to like 5 NFC Championship games, and he had like Donovan McNabb. You know, like if he had Patrick Mahomes on that Eagles team, he would have won 12.
Would have won a few. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good coach. No complaints for Reid. All right, hey guys, remember that feeling of booting up your favorite game for the first time when you play with late night sessions? You know, the
Yeah.
epic wins. The sound like
Oh,
you were
yeah.
like, I'm not going to bed. I'm not going to bed tonight. I'm going to fall asleep playing this video game. It was a whole experience. It was magical, and the right headset made all the difference. And luckily, Turtle Beach, our sponsor, is bringing that feeling back with the Gen 3 Stealth 700 headset. It's like stepping into the golden age of gaming all over again. Only this time, the audio is richer, the surround sounds more immersive, and the battery lasts an insane 80 hours. And that's no fucking joke. We've had, now this is the second time we've been working with Turtle Beach, so they sent us a second headset. The first headset they sent us, I've charged once in 4 months, and I listen to it not only when I'm gaming, but when I go to sleep. I'll put on like YouTube or something to like fall asleep to, listen to like ASMR, like scary stories or like old Howard Stern, and it plays all fucking night on my low volume, and I wake up and I never charge it because it just, the batteries, I've never had a device that the batteries lasted this long.
My first one
any device
is still charged. I've never charged it. It's still charged.
It's
and
absurd.
for PlayStation players, they have PlayStation specific.
Yeah.
So I'm moving that other one over here, putting the PlayStation specific on the PlayStation, Turtle Beach.
That's right. Well, they got 3 specific ones. They play for everything, but to get the most enrichment, you have a PlayStation version, a Microsoft version, and a PC version. So if you prefer one of those platforms, you probably want to pick one of those. But all of them have an insane 80+ hour battery, and the sound is incredible. Like whenever my wife's talking to me, I cannot hear her at all, which is like usually it's like an excuse. But like if you got the headsets on, you cannot hear anything. Just the headsets. Like,
What are you talking
Sorry,
about? My
honey.
trip to the White House?
Amen.
Yeah, sorry I didn't check with you. Figured you had the kids.
Yep.
Butker's got these things on nonstop.
Oh yeah, never takes them off.
For a limited time only, get 10% off your entire order with code HARDFACTOR at turtlebeach.com. Don't miss out. Stay warm and level up your game with 10% off at turtlebeach.com using promo code HARDFACTOR. Yeah, I'd recommend it if you use headsets for gaming or just like to listen to shit when you're going to bed. They're pretty good.
That's
The
right.
worst part of wireless headsets is charging. These take
Yeah.
that pretty much out of the equation.
Real quick, I want to talk about tight bods, Fitbods. I want to talk about the Fitbod app, okay? Which has leveled my workout routine up. Here's why.
Yep.
Because normally I'll go to the gym every once in a while, do some stuff, and then I'll get lazy out of the gym and I won't do some stuff. But with Fitbod, I can do some stuff all the time. And consistency, guys, is key. Beyond that, mixing your workout up is the key to long-term sustainability. And Fitbod gets that going, guys. You sign up, you get in there, you put your weight, your height, your body type in, and then Fitbod will help you based on what you have around you, figure out what workout works for you. It's like having a personal trainer in your pocket. A personalized workout from Fitbod is what you need to level up your workout routine, okay? They adapt and they track to your growth. That's the cool thing for me, too, is like having a little app that I'm putting my info in that I did my workout that I can look and say, how many days did I work out this week? Look at that. Look at that progress. Got to keep that going. It's absolutely awesome. They have an algorithm that understands your strength training ability, so you can pop in like what you're lifting. It'll know where to put you. And I think about that all the time. Should I max out this day? Should I do 12 reps of my under my max? What should I do? Fitbod helps me do that. Track your achievements, learn new exercises, and share your progress. You can get in on it, level up your workout routine. Join Fitbod today and get your personalized workout plan. Get 25% off your subscription or try the app free for 7 days if you go to fitbod.me/hardfactor. That's fitbod.me/hardfactor. One word, hard factor.
Looking at my next Fitbod workout, it's gonna be a punisher.
It's gonna be a punisher. I go pretty light. I'm a pretty light guy. I'm working up slow. But okay, let's talk about the bathroom on the airplane. 737. Ever heard of one? They got one bathroom in the front, two in the back. Not enough. I think only 300 people can fit on a 737, right? So if you got to go, you're always looking back, see if the light's on, see how big of a guy or gal went before you, trying to gauge the time. You can't stand up because the seatbelt sign is on, but you're allowed to technically go. Maybe, at least I do if I got to use the restroom bad enough. But if the stewardess or steward sees you standing there, they'll say, get back to your seat. The seatbelt sign's on. Okay, it's a nightmare. It's terrible.
And the nerves are going because you're on a 737 because it might crash.
Yeah, it might be your last bathroom. It's always a game you play with the flight attendant where they're like, there's a line and you should sit down, the seatbelt signs on, and you just have to be like, no, I really have to go. And then they usually are like, okay, but they might give you one more, and then you got to give them one more, really. I really got to go. And then they're like, okay.
Right. Or you pretend you don't hear them because you're thinking, that person's going to finish pretty soon, and maybe I'll be able to sneak in there. Because, look, the flight attendant wants you to go just as bad as you want to go. They're just trying to follow the rules. But a 20-year-old New Jersey man is bringing a lawsuit against United Airlines after he was ripped from the bathroom lavatory on his flight home from Mexico by a United Airlines pilot who forced him out of the bathroom with his bare hands. Yeah. Quote, exposing his genitalia to several flight attendants and nearby passengers on the plane.
Well, how long was he in there?
A long time, Will. About 20 minutes. Too long. Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of exposed genitalia, did you see the quote from Alec Baldwin?
No, I didn't.
Oh, about his wife's ex has a hammer. Yeah.
Yeah. He said his wife's ex has a clarinet in his pants.
That's a great thing. It was just slamming hilaria.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not hilaria, if you ask me. But you got to make light of it. Anyway, this New Jersey man, guys, according to the lawsuit, the lawsuit. Let's back up. Our story begins on January 28th, where Yisroel Lieb, who's an Orthodox Jewish man who is clad head to toe in his religious garb, was flying back to New Jersey by way of Houston after a relaxing vacation in Tulum, Mexico. There's an image of an Orthodox man, not our Orthodox man, but an Orthodox man. You can imagine what he was wearing.
Do they take longer dumps, Orthodox?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
Do they have a type of ritual they perform in the restroom that would make
churning butter in there?
Well, look, guys, if they do, the pilot didn't know about it because according to the lawsuit, about a half an hour into the journey, it says Lieb got up from his seat and headed to the bathroom in the rear of the aircraft, okay?
Yep.
And roughly 20 minutes later, he had not returned. So a flight attendant woke up his buddy, okay, who was sitting next to him, who's
There's
fast
a line.
asleep.
So to give context, 30 minutes after the flight means right after takeoff. This is when the line forms for the bathroom.
Yep.
And if this man was first in line, now there is a line of people that have been standing there to try to piss for 20 minutes standing.
Okay, this is also a short flight. Keep that in mind because he's going to Houston from Tulum. Anyway, about 20 minutes after the flight, after he'd been in the bathroom, the flight attendant woke up his buddy, Jacob Seabag, and asked him, said, "Hey, can you make sure your friend's okay? He's been in there for about 20 minutes." And Jacob said, "Okay, sure." So he followed the flight attendant back to where his buddy was taking a dump, presumably.
Past the line of people.
They knocked on the door together, and Lieb replied that everything's fine. And he said that he was, quote, experiencing constipation. He'll be out there shortly. That's
Can't
what
you
he told him.
experience it in your
You
seat?
got to wrap it up, Lieb.
Yeah,
you gotta
dude, if
wrap
you're not
it up,
pooping,
Lieb.
get that out. You can experience that anywhere.
So here's my thing.
Your
If you're
constipation doesn't mean the rest of the plane experiences constipation.
But
Get
what is
back
he
in
gonna-
your seat and order a prune juice, you dick.
Is he on a goddamn schedule? Experiencing constipation, just hold it. That's what that
Right.
means.
It
Like you
means
had
you're
to
not
get it
doing
out.
anything. Yeah.
If you say
Right.
like a more appropriate response would be like, I'm having severe diarrhea. It's still coming
Yes.
out of me. Not it hasn't come out of me.
Right. I haven't
Okay.
done
Sitting here
anything
for
is
20
not a good
minutes.
excuse.
I could just stand up at any second
Yeah.
and there would be no problem, but I won't do that.
At
Okay.
some point, it's going to drop out of me. His buddy,
Yeah, right.
his buddy's got an unfortunate name, Jacob Seabag. I mean, that's just a recipe for being called D-bag your whole life.
Right. Well, I don't know. Seabag and
Well,
and
come on.
Seabag and Lee were
Look
probably
who's over
raised
here. D-bag's here. You know. Oh,
in an
Seabag. Sorry.
insular community.
Seabag.
Anyway, Seabag told the stewardess, she's like, he's gonna be fine, okay? He's very regular and he's experiencing constipation. He'll be out soon. And he went back to his seat. So
If he's saying he's constipated through the door, he's not
Yeah.
going to be out soon.
No. Does that mean like the turd's halfway out and it won't come out?
I don't know.
I need
so-
a pencil.
It's such an insane response. Is I'm constipated. I mean, literally, shit. Or get off the pot, dude. Like, get the fuck out of here. Okay, so
It's an airplane. You fucking idiot.
Let's
Like, what
ass-
did you not get?
let's assume, guys. Let's assume that took 2.5 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes. Let's say it took 3 minutes. So he's been
So
in there.
you're at 20.
We're at 23 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
So the friend goes back to the seat and says, "Look, I've done what I can. I'm going back to the seat."
Seabag can't do anymore.
I mean, like, what do you want from me, lady? I'm his buddy. I'm not his mother. Okay.
You
Yeah.
heard him.
Okay.
Get
So
him a water.
Constipated.
Slide him a
What do
water.
you
in
want?
there.
keep in mind, this is only a 2 hour and 40-minute flight. So
Oh,
30
man.
minutes after the plane, now he's been in there for 23 minutes. According to the lawsuit, about 10 minutes after that, so 33 minutes in the bathroom after one visit, 10 minutes, no progress. The pilot comes up to the buddy, Seabag, and says, okay, so like this got back to the pilot. Think about it. Like the
Listen,
stewardess
Seabag.
is trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And this is in the back of the plane, not the front.
You two are causing a real problem.
So the stewardess is like, the stewardess is like, look, there's a man, and he's been in the toilet for 33 minutes now, and you need to do something about it, boss. So the pilot gets out and he goes
Where's
straight
this
to,
motherfucker? Point him out.
and you say he's in religious garb. God, I don't know what they're doing in there. He goes straight to Seabag. The pilot goes up to Seabag and says, "Come with me." Okay, and then they went back
Hey,
and
Curls, what's going on?
they try to get. Is there one like you back there in the toilet? Look, I don't know the difference between Muslims and Jews, but I know that this might be a terrorist attack.
Yeah. No, there was
They
no
say
attack
do-
going on.
They have the beards, yeah, and then the curls. It could,
So
it could confuse you.
I'm imagining he grabs Seabag by the ear and drags him back there and is like, "Try again." Right? So he
little
tries.
more persuasive this time.
He
maybe.
tries again, and the complaint goes on. Once there, the pilot started, quote, yelling loudly at Lieb, demanding he
Oh, yeah.
leave the bathroom immediately, end
'Cause
quote.
he dragged Seabag there, but he didn't even want to hear it. Like as soon as Seabag said a peep, he just started screaming at him.
Well,
You know,
Seabag lightly knocked it. He goes, "Hey, bud, like, we really got to get out." And then the pilot was like, just started probably banging on the door. He then,
yeah.
he once he started yelling at Lieb, telling him to get out, then turned to Seabag and, quote, began loudly demanding he force Lieb out of the bathroom. He said, "You better get your fucking buddy out of there, or I'm going to get him out of there." He's banging on the door, yelling at the door, yelling at
Two
Seabag.
options.
And that's when Lieb...
You got the pilot to get out there.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
I wish I
So-
was on this flight.
So at this point, it said Lieb responded immediately. Okay, keep in mind this is from his lawsuit. Immediately telling the pilot through the door, quote, he was okay and that he was just finishing up and he'd be out momentarily.
I'm crowning here, Cap.
All right.
Yeah,
At this point,
yeah.
At this point, according to the complaint, quote,
live comment from B Fox, though, this dude was definitely baiting. That's what 1,000,000% of the plane and everybody listening right now thinks. Yes,
dude, I don't buy that.
I buy it 1,000,000%. He was in there jacking it.
You've been there now 35 minutes, and there's an angry.
He's got a little stage fright. But
The captain.
There's no chance.
Everyone
he sat
kept
there trying
interrupting
to
him, Pat.
shit for 30 minutes.
He had to
There's
restart.
no way. He jacked off.
The captain is banging on the door. There's been multiple visits to you. I feel so bad for
A flight
Seabag.
attendant would bang on the door.
What an awkward.
Can you get a woman to bang on the door?
Yeah, no. They don't like that. They don't like that. Orthodox Jews cannot be touched by a woman. That's not their wife. Which is lucky for Lieb, because it wasn't a
Part
woman
of the
that
problem too, though.
that quote became visibly enraged. It was the pilot that became visibly enraged. This is according to the complaint. Quote, the pilot became visibly enraged, broke the lock on the door, and forced the door to the bathroom open, pulling Lieb out of the bathroom with his pants still around his ankles, exposing his genitalia to Seabag, several flight attendants, and the nearby passengers on the plane.
Dude, he'd had enough of this.
Get the fuck out of here, you weirdo!
He drug him by his pants.
He drug
I know
him
you're
out.
jacking off in there, motherfucker. I'm opening this door.
This is anything but orthodox. Anyone want to come in here and show this gentleman how to take a crap?
The complaint goes on, quote, Lieb quickly pulled his pants back up to his waist after being allowed to set his feet. The complaint states, which says he injured his heads and legs when they smacked into the restroom's doorframe. So the pilot took him out of there with some fucking force.
He's like getting
He
thrown
was
out of
done.
a club.
Yeah, this kid's 20 years old. Look, the pilot was done with him jacking off in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay, so, quote, with Seabag leading Lieb, the pilot proceeded to push the two back to their seats while making threats of getting them arrested, making scathing remarks about their Judaism and how, quote, Jews act, according to the complaint. How do Jews act, Mr. Pilot? They take terribly long shits.
He's leaving out all of the insults about the jacking off in the bathroom. The whole complaint is leaving off all of the insults and all of the allegations of masturbation that were being hurled at this man throughout the flight.
It was not just Saturday. It wouldn't be
passengers saying like, dude, you were definitely jacking off in there. It was a public getting caught jacking off situation. It sounds like.
I know you don't have a cell phone in there. What the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing? Okay, so guys, Lieb contends he was subjected to physical injuries, extreme emotional distress, and anxiety, and says in the complaint that he feels, quote, sexually violated and embarrassed after
because he was jacking off
after being publicly exposed in the nude. Upon arrival to Houston, 5 CPB Border Patrol officers got on the plane, told all the passengers to remain seated. This is further embarrassing. Then they approached Lieb and Seabag, handcuffed them, and took them to a detention facility inside the terminal.
Why did Seabag get cuffed?
Seabag's having a bad day.
Seabag's guilty by association.
This is the last time I travel with you, Lieb.
What the fuck? All right, maybe there was some prejudice if Seabag got arrested.
I can't tell the difference between you. Which one of you couldn't shit right? Which one of you got the constipation problem? It goes on. While being escorted off the plane, Lieb stated that the two of them, both he and Seabag, have a legal right to know why they're being detained. I think it's pretty clear. The CBP agents responded
got
saying,
caught jacking off on a plane, Lieb.
The CBP agents, according to the complaint, responded by saying, this isn't country or state. We're Homeland Security. You have no rights here. Whether that was said or not, I don't know. They were released without charges. They missed their connecting flight to New York while they were detained. They put on the cuffs really hard, according to Lieb.
Released without charges, and he's suing?
They had to incur additional charges for hotel and food.
Seabag should sue. Lieb has no. He's trying to clear his name in his community because he swears he wasn't jacking off, and everybody's like, "Dude, we know you were jacking off, Lieb. Just leave it alone."
Dude, if you Google Yusuf's or Lieb's name, you're fucked because Yisrael Lieb, nothing's coming up with these stories. Anyway, they're suing. He should be. Yeah, Lieb should be suing Seabag for being a terrible friend, or Seabag should be suing Lieb.
Seabag should sue the government for getting caught because his friend got caught jacking off by the pilot.
If it's true that he was drug pantless, that's embarrassing. But
no, I mean,
the guy should have been out of the toilet 25
He wasn't
minutes
drug pantless. He's claiming that some passengers, the back row, saw his dong
when the door opened.
When the pilot pulled him out pants down.
That's what I'm saying. If he was pulled out pants down,
he wasn't drugged back to his seat pants down.
Yeah, but
was he gripping his cock fully erect, or what was the situation?
I mean, it's his complaint, so he's not saying that. We should get the pilot's side
right? He's
of it.
not. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of color missing from the complaint that I would assume if I was on the plane, I would have heard or seen, because everybody on the plane is making jokes about how that dude's definitely jacking off in there. Like everybody on the plane is making jokes about how the guy who's been in there for 30 minutes has been jacking off.
The 20-year-old man. That's the other thing. He's 20.
The 20-year-old dude who went in there. Yeah, 30 minutes ago. Yes, everybody on the plane thinks he's in there jacking off.
He doesn't want to get caught jerking it at the Orthodox, wooden home by, Ma,
his wife, probably.
By bearded Ma. But yeah, I mean, what we know is that he was in there too long and Seabag got screwed. Everything else is kind of ambiguous, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you can only assume, but
anyway, he's claiming the airline or the pilot escalated the encounter, quote, because he's Jewish. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know about the hate
Seabag getting arrested, and if the pilot was uttering Judaism slurs, then I would say there's some.
The pilot's like, look, I would have ripped a Christian or maybe one of those non-believers out just the same. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if this guy wants to go to trial, because I mean, imagine calling the fucking the witnesses to the stand.
Oh, they're gonna settle, but
I would love it to go to trial, though. It'd be the best.
Dude.
Yeah.
I mean, like, dude, if this went to trial, like every single fucking passenger would be like, yeah, I mean, I thought he was jacking off in the.
Now, members of the jury, have you ever taken a 32-minute crap on a plane?
Yeah, look at the kid. I mean, I definitely thought he was jacking off. Look at him. That's the kid who jacks off on a plane.
Is prime jacking off on a plane age.
Mm-hmm. Especially if there's like a hot chick near you.
Yeah.
All right, real quick, let's end with the F-47. Another shocker from Boeing. They're not having whistleblowers die under odd circumstances this time. It's another success story, actually. Like their recent X-37B space plane actually broke all kinds of fucking records.
Speaking
they're testing.
Of turds.
Yeah, it's ugly, but it's like effective apparently.
It looks like a bump with wings.
That's the X-37.
Yeah, that's it. X-37B space plane. Yeah,
that thing gets you there.
Should have gone with the.
That thing broke the records for most days in space. Yeah, yeah, during testing. And so Boeing made that, surprisingly. Boeing has now been awarded the contract for from the Air Force. So the X-37B was the Space Force, I think, and then now they've been awarded the Air Force contract to produce the next generation stealth fighter jet, the F-47. And this is literally the only artist rendering that the government has released.
That looks cool. That looks really cool.
It's like a stealth fighter. It's like a mix of the stealth bomber and
the opposite of the dildo in space. That thing looks fucking sick.
Yeah, pretty sexy. Yeah.
Now, why are they calling it the 47? Will?
No clue. Trump here. Listen to Trump. He explains.
At my direction, the United States Air Force is moving forward with the world's first sixth-generation fighter jet. Number sixth generation. Nothing in the world.
Six, if you didn't get it.
Comes even close to it. And it'll be known as the F-47. The generals picked a title. And,
not because I'm the 47th president or anything. I don't know it. They did that.
F-47. It's something the likes of which nobody has seen before in terms of all of the attributes of a fighter jet. There's never been anything even close to it, from speed to maneuverability to what it can have to payload.
Nothing close.
And this has been in the works for a long period of time. After a rigorous and thorough competition between some of America's top aerospace companies, the Air Force is going to be awarding the contract for the next generation air dominance platform to Boeing.
Ooh.
As you know, was highly
Right.
competed
And
for.
again,
There
it
was a
wasn't
lot of
close.
competition.
Nothing close to it.
There's a
Generals,
cherry on top.
and,
They called it the 47.
It's been going on for a long time. Very, very tough competition.
Fifth
but
was good. This is the
plane
sixth.
He's produced numbers that nobody's ever seen before.
These numbers.
The
With the last
F-47
plane.
will be the most advanced, most capable, most lethal aircraft ever built. An experimental version of the plane has secretly been flying for almost 5 years, and we're confident that it massively overpowers the capabilities of any other nation. There's no other nation. We know every other plane. I've seen every one of them.
Christ, dude.
It's not even close.
I know every plane.
No one knows more about planes than me.
That's why I played it to the end, because he claims to have seen every plane in the world.
You know, my brother Freddie was a pilot.
That's the best.
I've seen every plane.
I've seen every plane.
Jesus Christ, dude.
That's the best, dude.
Oh man.
He needs to be a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
The family of that Boeing whistleblower is suing Boeing now for wrongful death.
Yes, they are, and they should be. This is probably bad news for commercial flights, though, if they're going to get all their best guys on the F-47.
Oh yeah, I mean Boeing commercial flights, they've already been boned. It's
Bad
done.
news
They're
for commercial flights.
obviously pivoting. Well, I've got good news for that to end it up. Let me just wrap it up real quick. We're running along. This is to replace the F-22. So bear in mind, F-22 Raptor by Lockheed. It's the last stealth fighter jet. It doesn't get used a ton, right? So Boeing has some big shoes to fill. The F-22 Raptor is considered by many to be the best fighter jet of all time.
Sexy.
Who knows if this F-47 is going to be anywhere close to that. It joins the Northrop Grumman B-21 bomber. That's the upgrade to the B-2 as the first set of aircraft in the 6th generation fleet. 34 years after the F-22 was selected for production in 1991. So
we're
due.
due.
Yeah, we're due. DARPA helped with this one. They helped design the project, and all the prototypes from both Lockheed and Boeing allegedly had already flown hundreds of hours. So we'll see when this thing actually hits the skies for a public showing. It took the F-22 6 years from 1991 to get into production. If you're scratching your head and wondering, hey, why the hell is Boeing the best thing that Space Force and Air Force can get? Lockheed built the F-35, and that's been a rough rollout. So just bear that in mind. Also, other plane news, Mark, related to the commercial. Delta becomes the first major commercial airliner to team with Jet Zero, who hopes to have their commercial airliners out in use by 2030. And those are like the new, more like triangular shaped jet airliners. That are like
Do those go faster?
Fuel. I think they go slightly faster, better mileage, safer, hopefully, than Boeing's, right? And if none of those stories did it for you, here's just a reminder that back in August 2024, Sydney Sweeney promised to not stop doing nude scenes in her work. So
there we go.
Just try to end it with something good for everybody.
Well, the Pope's alive, and Sydney
Right.
Sweeney's rack's going to be alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Happy
stop.
Yeah.
So there you go. Have get out there and have a great week, but you can patreon.com/Hard Factor. Like we said at the top of the show, play us some trivia this Friday night. If you want to try to steal Pat's crown, it's a very tough crown to steal, but you might be able to do it. Maybe you have it within you to do it. Send in the card, drop the golden elbow if you want a chance. Most importantly, get out there and have yourselves a great fucking day.
The cream of the crop!